Now, today I'm actually really excited to have a fun guest in the studio, Zakary Nash, co-founder and director of HarperLloyd Recruitment. Zach, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah. Look, why I wanted to get you on today is actually quite simple. I'm all about mindset, motivation, what gets people up, motivated and makes them tick. And you've come up with a concept with your business, your recruitment business, that I think is really interesting. I want to unpack it with you today. For everyone at home, Zach is a qualified lawyer. You worked at Ernest Smith's Freehills for a while there, and then you've turned into a recruiter, and now you recruit lawyers. So, pretty tough market to recruit in. Obviously, you've got a technical background in the sphere. But look, let's talk about what you incentivize your staff with. You've got six people working for you. I think the company's about 8 or 10 if you include support staff. And you've decided that beyond just the commission structure, beyond just treating them well and paying them well, when people hit their metrics, you want to give them Friday off. Let's talk about that. How does that actually work in practice? Tell me all about it. Let's get into it.
Yeah, sure. So it's something that we always wanted to do when we started HarperLloyd, and I guess how it came about is Greta and I worked in industries where there was a lot of high performers. So I've been in legal pretty much my entire career. Greta's been in commercial property, business services, and legal. And you'd see all these high performers, and they'd either get burnt out because they were performing well, so they'd just get a lot more work put on them, or they'd go down to part-time, but then they'd end up working their day off anyway. And so they had it as a day, but not really. And so we thought, why not implement something where if we've got high performers, they're hitting their targets, that they can choose whatever they want to do with their Friday. So some of the high performers go, look, I've got a lot on. I'm going to work for half an hour in the morning. Or other people go, I'm taking the motorbike up to Mount Nebo, or, spending time with my kids. Or going down to Sydney. So we thought, what a great way. If people feel like they've got a lot on and need to work, they can make the decision to do that, but then they get paid for it. I've worked in recruitment agencies before where people were part-time and they'd be like, I worked my entire Friday, but I didn't really get paid for it. So it was something where we thought, let's stop people getting burnt out. As we know, recruitment's one of those industries where you can just keep working. There's always something to do. So this we thought is a great way. Take a break, and if you need to work, you're actually rewarded for it.
So how does it work in practice? Is it a reward thing? Like, is it basically if you hit your targets or you're on track or whatever your measurement is, then you get it every Friday? Or do you calculate it as an average over quarters? Like, how does it actually work?
Yeah, sure. So the way that we do it is that when someone hits their quarterly threshold, so whatever that is based on their salary, they then, if they're partway through the quarter, they can start Fridays from basically the next Friday. Or if they're getting towards and just hit it before the end of the quarter, they start the next quarter. And essentially how it works, so everyone who hit their targets for the January to March quarter has Fridays off for April to June. And then, of course, if they continue to hit their targets, they basically just get Fridays off indefinitely.
So it's like you earn it. It's like an earn in, and then once you've got it, you get that luxury for the next quarter. But if you fumble that quarter, hey, we're back to 5 days.
I like Yeah. So it's interesting. A couple of our consultants have said, I don't even care about the commission anymore. I just want to know I get my Fridays, which is interesting.
Yeah, I really like that. Did you have that from day dot?
No. So when we started, Greta and I always intended HarperLloyd to just be the both of us. And then kind of our clients kept liking what we were doing. So they said, we need more help interstate. And so as we grew, it just kind of became something that we thought we'd just implement, just because we saw consultants starting to perform quite quickly. And you could already see the signs of people who were running, a desk in a state. And because we weren't large enough yet, there wasn't, say, 4 consultants in the same market. So sometimes they'd feel like I've got a lot on and making a lot of placements. But we wanted to make sure that they would have a break. And so that's kind of where it came from, as we grew quite quickly and we thought we need to have something that's a reward that's not just, oh yeah, the commission's great and you can make lots of money. I always go back to, I think, what Greg Savage says, you need to have fun and make money. And it's good to have, you want to have both. So how can we bring a bit more fun in? And it's, well, if you're making money with hitting your threshold, you can have Fridays off and do whatever you want with the day.
I like that because it's definitely then, if people can't come to you, it's almost like the what do they call it in footy? It's like the captain's challenge. It's like you've got one, and it's like you can't feel bad that you didn't use it or you did use it on the wrong call. It's almost like the same here with people can't complain about not having time off because, well, you're clearly not performing. So I can't pay you, and you I didn't have the cake as well. Like you got to perform, and then you can have what you're asking for. So it's almost like self remediating in that way. Tell me
Yeah.
about Tell me about the before and after, right? So, I know you've been growing and maybe it's hard to do, but what are some of the outcomes you've seen as a result of this policy you have? Because obviously, yes, Friday off's great. People feel good doing 4 days. I'm a huge advocate for it. Like I'll be done by midday today and it's Friday when we're recording this. And for the last 2 years, I've been doing that. My goal is to get the Friday off. It's a challenge because I'm busy, but
Yeah.
tell me what you've seen, like, as a result of this policy.
Yeah. So performance is basically, we've got, I think, 5 out of our 6 consultants, brand new to legal recruitment. They've all picked it up really quickly, but I found that the Fridays off has just been that additional kind of boost to go, I want to get there. The commission's great, but I want the flexibility. For instance, we've got a consultant who lives on the Gold Coast and said, like, the Friday means I'm not coming up into the office. We do work from home and all that kind of thing as well, but they're like, great, I know that when I wake up on a Friday, I can go to the beach if I want to. So we've found that flexibility piece, and I guess as well, it's motivating because they're also achieving something outside the monetary aspect of recruitment. They're getting, something back. So for our consultants, as I said earlier, it's like one of them said this couldn't have come at a better time. Like, my wife's gone back to work, and so I get to spend Friday with my kids and do a lot with them. And so it's really brought to light a lot of what people enjoy outside work and given them that, as we know now, particularly if you've got kids, you spend your weekends running off to sport or doing this and that. Friday almost becomes a day where they can have it to themselves or they can do more with their family. So we've actually seen people go from almost hitting their targets or hitting them to exceeding them kind of tenfolds from what they were previously, just because there's that motivator
like,
that's outside.
Totally. Like, I've been recruiting for 20 years and I just see it time and time again. It's too easy for people to justify not hitting commission because if they've got their base and they're making money and they don't quite hit it, they'll make it work. That the sting's there because they know they didn't hit a target and they didn't maybe get to where they wanted to get to. But it seems to kind of be like, oh, well, we'll get it next time. Whereas the Friday off, if they're sitting in the office and they're the only one sitting there because they haven't hit target, it's very much a week-to-week pain point, isn't it?
Yeah. For instance, one of our consultants has gone, they're originally from the UK and have gone over there on a holiday, and they're like, I want to hit my threshold before I go away. So they're 30% above their threshold 1 month into the quarter, because they're like, I just want to go on my month holiday and not wonder if I've got my Fridays. So they'll be coming back in 3 weeks' time. They already know their Fridays are there, and anything for the last month, they'll get all the commission for that. So I found some consultants are like, the sooner I hit it, the sooner I'm like, okay, great, there's next 3 months of Fridays secured.
Perfect. Have people started asking to vary the Friday? Have someone said to you, hey, can I save 5 up in a row and take a week off?
No, not really. We haven't had that before. I think people, and probably just because hopefully no one listens to this. No, we haven't actually. And I think, but interestingly, what we've had though, so we've got a consultant who's taken annual leave for Thursday and then using their Friday off for a 4-day kind of weekend in Sydney. Our consultant who's over in the UK, all the Fridays that are part of that leave means that their leave balances are reduced. So we find that people are like working it into their holidays or longer holidays to better utilize their annual leave.
Yeah, it's interesting. So last week I sat with Seek in the Discovery dinner thing that they do, and one of the stats they showed us was kind of what motivates employees in today's market, and number one's always money, right? That's the biggest attractor or detractor from any job. But number two, and for the first time in a long time, is time. Is actually time. And they sort of went on to say, like, if you can't compete financially, but you might be able to compete with this sort of incentive or policy. So you're tapping right into where everyone's heads at the moment, particularly coming out of COVID, right? Where there was a lot of work from home. Now it's kind of like, I'm going to get back into it. We're actually going to work again. And so, yeah, clearly it's working for you. Look, if you had your time over, you wouldn't change a thing, would you? You're quite happy with this policy.
No, yeah, it's really great. Like, I find that it rewards people for the work that they're doing. Everyone's really happy with having it. On Thursday's the new Friday, I guess. Everyone's, really happy that they're getting their work done. They're motivated for getting it for the next quarter. I wouldn't change a thing. I think it's a really great day to utilize as well, and means that people are kind of financially rewarded, and then I think they have a bit more fun as well, knowing that it's not, as we know, recruitment is such a numbers game, and can be a real grind at times when things aren't going your way, and it kind of provides people a bit of a reset in their week as well.
Have you noticed that maybe the 4 days that they are there, like there's a different vibe in the office? Like, are people more dialed in and people more like...
Yeah, I definitely think so. And I think, they move things along, I think, better, just because they're like, well, if I get these things done that I need to do today, then I know that, if I needed to, I may not need to work tomorrow or work less when it's a Friday, as well. So keeping things just moving along, I found a lot better. And people are I find that they're organizing more things for the weekend too, just because they're like, okay, if I've got all my chores on Saturday or Sunday, I can do something fun. And so I think that, based on what I'm hearing on what consultants are doing with their weekends, it's less of a, life admin thing, and they're actually thinking about, well, what do I do that's fun for me?
I absolutely love it. And if any of my staff are listening to this, I might implement something like this, because I love it. We're very work from home, do what you need to do during the week, but it's I like this. Mate, I appreciate you coming on. This is a great topic. I'm super glad that you've brought it to everyone's attention. So thank you so much.
No worries.
Look, I'm going to wrap it up because that's really what I wanted to unpack, and I'm taking heaps out of it. So if it's just me that got something out of it, then it was worth your time, Zach. But thank you again. Look, everyone at home, like, share, subscribe, helps us grow. Maybe you'll employ, a 4-day working incentive as well. So as always, have an amazing day. Make all your deals come true. Thank you, Zach.
Awesome. Thanks, Brett.